Hello everyone, and this is tutorial number 1 in my new series called WPF Unleashed. Okay, so in this tutorial you're going to learn some things about WPF, a new, well, not really new anymore, but a new type of GUI interface by Microsoft, which makes your programs look better than they did in WinForms. So I already assume that you know C# very well, and you know how to use WinForms, so WPF should be easy. Okay, so basically what we're going to do is we're going to hit new project, and we're going to be using C#, and we're going to create a new WPF application. I'm going to call it WPF Unleashed. Okay, and I'm just going to hit OK. And now this Visual Studio will create my project. Now, in Visual Studio is what you'll need to run WPF and make it. And WPF does not run on Linux. It has not been supported by the Mono development team, so you cannot get it to run on Linux or any type of Linux distro. It'll only run on Windows, which is actually okay for our purposes. For yours, you may want to investigate C++ GUIs or cross compatibility and stuff. Okay, so basically, as you see, our project is loaded, but the designer hasn't been created yet. And it will come quite soon. There you go. Okay, so our designer is created. So currently, you need to know some XAML. So if you don't know any XAML, that's okay. Basically, what creates a window. And if you hit start, which will build and compile and then execute, you will get a window that will pop up on the screen. So this is your window. Okay. So now XAML is basically going to be compiled and linked into your C# code. So currently there is nothing really here, just some code that you don't really need to worry about right now. You're gonna do some designing first. That's what our tutorial number 1 is. Getting to know some XAML. So we don't want to call it main window, we want to call it WPF Unleashed. And now if we were to run, our window would say WPF Unleashed. So now this is kind of boring. It's a blank window. We want it to do something. Or at least, at best, we want to add some stuff to it. So we're going to hit View and Toolbox. And as you see, the toolbox will soon become initialized, and it has now. Okay, so you get a whole list of things that you can put in. What we're going to worry about is a label. Okay, and we're going to say what is your name? Question mark. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and add some other things, and you can watch along. So, okay. I'm going to add a text box, which will be necessary for this. We don't want any content or text, so we're going to leave that blank. And we want names for these. So, with WPF, everything, all the things have names and stuff. So I assume you already know some WinForms, so I won't be explaining these items like naming and stuff like that. So this is very similar to that. And what we'll do is we're going to add a button, and our button will do some stuff. So our button will hit go Then I'm gonna give my button a name. Well, name equals button1. Oops. Button1. So one thing that's new in C# and Visual Studio 2012 is they don't seem to be putting names currently, so you'd have to do that on your own. Otherwise, they used to do that. Just gonna move this a little bit, and I'm gonna double click on this to create an on-click event. And I've created an on-click event, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do message box. You should actually be familiar with message box, as it is in WinForms as well. So Visual Studio is being a little glitchy right now. Okay, and got it. And we'll say your name is plus text box one dot text. Okay, so now we're gonna compile, and now we're gonna say, I'm just gonna put some random name, John. Okay, that's just some random name I just thought of. So the name is John, and if we hit go, it says your name is John. So that's basically a basic tutorial in WPF. And in the next episode, we're gonna be focusing on creating more dynamic and more interactive things. Okay. Goodbye for now, and see you next time on the next episode.